All right, so Annalisa didn't go very far because, come on down, because we're going to talk about the Berkshire Velvetsoft sheet set. This one comes with extra pillowcases, and I have to tell you, our first guest was standing here waiting to go on. She was like, oh my gosh, Sue Clark Overton was like, these are so soft.
They really are.
These are really, really soft. And I want you to know this. 1 million of these sheet sets were sold on QVC.
Wow.
Everything we have is in-house right now. We're not going to be able to get these back in again. You are saving $50. There's no reorder on these. We're not going to reorder them again. This is less than the price they were when we offered them at a today's special value price. The if purchased separately would be $99.99. One sheet set normally is $73 out there in retail. 2 extra pillowcases, if we're talking about the full queen, king, cow king, split king, would be $26.99. You're not getting it for $99.99. You're getting all that for $49.99. The Twin XL will come with 2 pillowcases. The full queen, king, split king, cow king will come with 4 pillowcases. And the split king will come with 2 fitted sheets. Everything else will have a flat, a fitted, and then the pillowcases in, and extra pillowcases in the appropriate size. All right. Now we need to do the colors, and we need to talk about this Velvetsoft, because you can almost with your eyes feel how soft and wonderful this is going to be to sleep in.
It is such a luxury item. It really is. No scissor kicking with these. You're going to be nice and warm.
So this color is called a beautiful gray. It's almost like a platinum gray. It's a silver.
Perfect description.
Yeah?
You took the words right out of my
Good.
mouth. It really is.
All right, and then if we go over towards you, that one we're going to call mocha.
Mocha, yes. And mocha mousse is the Pantone color of the year.
All right, 4 dozen left, so you all are very smart in that. Next to that is a pretty purple.
Yes, and this is just, I want to say this is leans more towards lilac.
All right,
it's not a deep purple.
Okay, 100 remaining, and I totally agree with you that it's more of a lilac or mauve color. Very limited on those 2 colors. This one is going to be your sage. Stunning. 150 remain there.
Fresh, clean, beautiful. And actually, that's another very popular color right now.
Blush.
Very elegant.
They always say that, I mean, think about it. You're sleeping in bed, you don't have any makeup on. That would make you look even better, the blush. So I'm in. Ivory. Oh, look how pretty this is.
Beautiful. And that ivory is like very winter white.
Yes. Oh, that's so pretty, like white chocolate.
Yes.
All right, and this is icy blue.
And it truly has a very icy look to them.
You know, you could do these sheets and just get one of those blankets we were just talking about.
And be done.
Yeah.
The beauty in these sheets are, we do a sheet that is knitted, not woven. So when you weave a sheet, it's thread over thread. It's not breathable. But because they're knitted, we can actually create holes, which makes it breathable. So you can use these 12 months out of the year because they're so breathable. You hear from people, even down in Florida, who say, because you know, most of us are blessed enough to sleep with air conditioning, and that's what you're talking about, right, Anna? Yes, exactly, perfect. So that's the woven fabric. Then you can see that the air can't go through it. And then next is the knitted fabrication. That's us, Velvetsoft, where the air goes right through it. You know, people get very caught up in thread counts. Well, they're not necessarily great because...
That's not the beginning and end of everything.
It really isn't, because that really traps air and it doesn't allow it to go through. So because of our Velvetsoft, it goes right through. And I believe that we had this one time as a TSV, and we had more phone calls
this is
from...
a better price.
Yeah, from Florida and from Hawaii and from men, which typically run warmer, calling us saying how much they loved our sheets.
How much they loved it.
Yeah.
I find that these sheets go on like a knit jersey sheet. It's easy to make a bed with them.
Well, yes.
They have a lot of give and stretch to them.
Great point, Pat. So we have elastic that goes all the way around the bed, so you're not going to be playing whack-a-mole trying to get the sides down.
Exactly.
And they stretch nice and tall, so you can have that topper. It'll accommodate it. And these are like nice and extra long. You've got a lot of real estate here, so you don't have to worry. It's not a skimpy sheet where you're going to be fighting over it with your spouse.
Well, you know what? Here's a chance, like we talked about earlier. Get a set for the Arrow bed. I still feel the mom guilt of sending my kid to my sister's house with the Arrow bed and not remembering to put the sheets in there. Now, it was my sister, so obviously she wasn't half as guilty as I feel to this day, if not.
Oh,
so
the mom guilt.
Yeah, so
It
what
never
I
goes
did.
away.
Yeah, exactly. She's only 29 now. So I then bought a pair and I kept it together with that so that I would never forget to do that again. And that's the nice thing about getting a sheet. $49.99, you get extra pillowcases because most of us sleep with an extra pillow or two.
Yes, I have 4 in my bed. I always have extra pillows.
Yeah.
And so also, again, like all of our products, machine wash cold, tumble dry cold, no fabric softener, so you can welcome in your puppy dogs or your cat. You can have the pizza in bed or whatever it is that you want because they machine wash so beautifully. They're wrinkle resistant, the saturation of color will stay.
Maybe we send somebody back to the dorm. Back, you know, I know before you know it, kids are going to be going back to college. This would be perfect, you know, to send somebody back to college because, you know, I think most times you don't have control of the heat or the air conditioning for that matter.
And so those dorm rooms are very old.
Or if you have someone you love, again, who maybe is in, you know, assisted living or memory support, this would be absolutely lovely. All right.
They would think of you every time they get into bed. It really is a very nice gift.
This is gray. This is what we'll call our platinum gray.
Yes.
And then next to you will be some of the most limited colors.
This is that mocha mousse. And then we have purple, which leans more towards mauve. Sage, which is such a fresh, clean color.
Okay. So those 3 are very, very limited.
Okay.
Blush
and then
is very,
blush
very popular.
I want to call this champagne. Ivory, and then that ice blue on the end, which is stunning.
Blue, most popular of all. For $49.99, you can have a twin XL, a full, a queen, a king, a split king, a gal king. Doesn't get any better than this. Less than the today's special value price. And by far, a lot less. 847-2884. But I will see you a little bit later on for that wearable throw, I promise.
Yes. Thanks, Pat.
Of course.